Today we're taking a look at what I think is a rather obscure anime OVA from 1993, Big Wars. This one was recommended by BobJohn8581. Thank you, Bob John, for the recommendation. I appreciate that. So yeah, Big Wars, or should I call it Big Wars Red Zone Divine Annihilation. This is a 70-minute movie. It was based on a book, actually, which I have not read, but this is a science fiction movie set in the future where humans have colonized Mars, which is all good and dandy except for the fact that there are some alien life forms out there that don't want humans on Mars. So from the very start of the movie, we get all this text kind of getting us caught up to speed. Basically, all we need to know is that humans are on Mars and we're at war with this alien race known as the gods. Are they gods? Are they aliens? We don't know. The humans in the movie don't know. In fact, I don't think it's ever truly explained. You can make whatever you want out of it. And the story follows Captain Aku. He is this spaceship captain in the military, basically, and taking on some very dangerous missions here against these aliens. And what makes it even more dangerous is these aliens have abilities to brainwash humans. If they come into contact with humans, they can basically infiltrate their minds and corrupt them, and it kind of complicates things because the humans don't know who's been brainwashed, who can you trust. You've got people in the military who have been corrupted and they're going rogue secretly undercover for the aliens, and some of them just straight up join the aliens in their army, and so you've got humans versus humans who have been tainted, and it's pretty crazy. Captain Aku is your basic good guy, your basic hero. He's not perfect, but he comes through every time. You've also got a strong supporting cast of characters. He's got his girlfriend who is a little bit suspicious. That's all I'm going to say from the beginning. She's a little suspicious. There's a doctor who treats everybody and provides some more understanding into these aliens. And you've got other people in the army all kind of fighting for their own reasons on top of being part of the human race, fighting for survival. It's their duty to protect humankind, but it does dive into some of these backstories pretty well and in a pretty cool way towards the end. Very vivid. Some of the stuff we see in here towards the end, which I'm not going to spoil, but we see everybody's backstories come out in a rather poignant way. There's definitely a lot of mature stuff in here. This is not for the kids. I have to say that because I know a couple of kids who watch these videos. It's not for the kids. Definitely a very mature, grown-up movie here. More than a few uncomfortable scenes for the family, that's for sure. But these scenes do support the story, which is fine because I don't think a lot of kids are going to want to watch this movie. This is a pretty obscure movie, and I think it's going to be people who are nostalgic towards animation from the 90s or earlier, who can really enjoy this thing. People like me, nostalgic 90s kids who can appreciate this sort of animation that we just don't see anymore. I love modern anime and I love cutesy stuff and the flashy stuff, but there's something to be said about this style that's much more realistic looking. To me, it reminds me of like the old G.I. Joe cartoons and the old something of that era. It's just stuff you don't see anymore, and it's cool. There's some cool action scenes in here. Spaceships blowing each other up and people gunning down aliens and vice versa. Lots of explosions and things. A couple of gunfights and this and that. But really though, I think the story is strong on this one. I really do think the story is the best part of this whole thing. It was very interesting. Even though I can imagine this is probably just a small chunk of the book, it leaves us with many unanswered questions at the end, and it's short, right? It's 70 minutes. What can you do in 70 minutes? I think they did a pretty good job at drawing me in anyways. I watched the English dub, which was fine. That's all I'm gonna say. It was fine. It was not bad. And yeah, the animation was cool. Again, retro, very retro, but it takes me back to those other, old cartoons I grew up with. It was really fun to watch. Now you can watch this on YouTube. A couple of people have uploaded it to YouTube. The quality is really bad. I got lucky and I found it somewhere else. A little bit more quality, higher quality. You can also get a DVD, but it's been out of print for many years now. You can probably find it on eBay though. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about this, but I really enjoyed it. This was a surprise. If you can find this thing and find a good way to watch it, then definitely check it out. If you're looking for something mature, science fiction, a little bit retro, check it out. Thanks again to Bob John for recommending this one. And if you guys have any more recommendations for me, I'd love to hear those as well. Got new videos coming out whenever I can. It's been tough, but hopefully I'll get back on a regular schedule here soon. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Take care. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.